Okay, got a little bit of a repeat. You can see my cat, Laila, in the background. Um, it's kind of a repeat. I bought some peppers at Jubilee up here in Ishpeming today, or not today, but a few days ago. And I've been wanting to test out a couple. They're both ones I've done before, but first up I got this. It's a orangish red jalapeno. And I've never had any peppers from Jubilee. I don't know if they're the same kind of jalapenos as any of the others I've done, but I'll pop off the crown here. Pow. And looks like a pretty nice pepper. I had it out for a few days and then put it back in the fridge, so it got a little bit wrinkled, but most of it's still pretty smooth and uniform. And here we go. Really sweet. There's a little bit of heat kicking in. Tiny. But a little bit. Very once jalapenos get ripe, I've noticed their flavor drifts more like a bell pepper. Not good. Quite a few seeds. Yeah, little tiny bit heat, pepperiness on my tongue, a little bit when I swallow, but it's pretty mild. Hotter than some jalapenos I've had recently. Actually, some in this same pack that I had that were green. I didn't detect any heat at all, but I was eating a hot sauce at the same time, so, and then it was an extra hot Valentina sauce that I was having the other day on my lunch break at work. It was the extra hot Valentina sauce, and that has a fair kick to it too. So that probably obscured, if the green jalapenos I ate even had any heat at all, it would have obscured it anyway. Laila, you're on camera. Okay. Almost a flowery finish there, wave of flavor. Sweet, not quite as sweet at the very end there. A little wave of heat coming up here, just a tiny bit. I can feel it picking up a little bit in my mouth, and my lips are starting to glow a bit. This is a little bit. And my lips are got a pretty decent glow happening now. Oh, my tongue has got a good whack going. Bam! Surprising. That was a fairly hot one for a jalapeno. It's seems like it's on the upper end of the scale. My lips are just got a steady glow happening. A little bit throbby. A little bit stinging. Like a sunburn type of sensation. My tongue's got a very good glow, especially on the very top. But a little bit on the underside of my tongue too. Hot when I talk. Or breathe on it, my tongue. Flavor overall was good. I prefer the riper jalapenos anyway. Had a fruityish, sweet flavor. Lot more like a bell pepper than the unripe jalapenos taste. Those have more of a pungent, piquant flavor. And then it kind of finished with almost a floral not extremely aromatic floral, but kind of a floral-like burst of flavor as soon as I took the last bite, like the last half or so of it. And yeah, the heat, I got a little glowing right in the middle of my chest. It's actually fairly warm. It's not a caning or a painful sensation like with a ghost pepper or habanero, where it almost feels like you're on the verge of a stomach ache. Yeah, that one had a pretty good heat on it. Although a lot of what I've read is that the riper ones do tend to intensify in the heat department. Man, my lips are really glowing nicely. Drooling quite a bit. Yeah, I got a good glow happening in the front part of my mouth more than anything. Top and the tip of my tongue. On the roof of my mouth, tending towards the front, right behind my teeth here. And a little bit on my gums on the underside, behind my lower front teeth. Just kind of like a coal that's like not touching, but is nearby. That general region inside my mouth is the sensation, I guess. Like if a coal was held right here and radiating the heat into my lips and in the front of my mouth. It's a lot more lip and front of the mouth heavy. Not so much happening in the throat at all, or even in the back of my mouth. A tiny bit, but it's more predominant in the front. And again, that I still, on that note too, I do have a little bit, like right in this region of my chest, just got a nice glow happening. Nose is running a little bit. Do I have it? It's the first time in a while a jalapeno's made my sinuses drain. Yeah, my lips still got a fair good kind of pretty decent in the glowing department. And I think that so it's subsiding. Tip of my tongue, it's still fairly intense. Right in there. But it's tapering off slowly. Still a fair bit there. But yeah. So in conclusion, I recommend red or orange ripe jalapenos purely in the flavor department because, man, thick-walled flesh, juicy, fruity sweet, but not fruity in the same sense as like a jalapeño or a habanero is, but it does have because of the sweetness, it has the fruity flavor, and with a light floral type finish, and at least the ones that I got here at Jubilee have a pretty good front of the mouth heavy glow. The glow is not heavy, but it's heavy as in the front of the mouth. Burns a lot more. On the gums, right behind my front teeth on the bottom and the top, still got a fair good whack happening. And my lips are glowing pretty nicely. Subsiding in my chest now. It moves its way down into my stomach. Yeah, overall. Orange or red ripe jalapenos. Good in the flavor department. Might surprise you on the heat, so... but it's not, compared to a lot of peppers, it's not all that hot.